Online on daily basis is to make sure that the voice of Biafran people are being heard, to make sure that our problem is not swept under the carpet, to make sure that the lies they are pushing against Biafran people do not stand, to make sure that the world continue to hear our own story from us. We cannot continue to allow the enemies to tell our story. We know that whenever the enemy tells our story, they will tell the story the way it's going to favor them. They will never tell it the way to favor us. So that is why we are here. That is why I come online on daily basis to speak and to talk about things that are happening. Amechi Okafor, thank you so much for joining, Amechi. I appreciate you. So today, if you look at the topic I wrote there, I said injustice against one is injustice against all. Injury against one is injury against all. And an injury against one Biafra is against every Biafran. An injury against one of us is injury against all of us. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your location. An injury to one of us, mainly those of us who are Biafrans and agitating, an injury to one of us is injury to all. That is what we have to know and put in our heart. And that is what we are going to discuss today. We know that our land, the Biafran land, is under occupation. Biafran land is under occupation. The caliphate, the contraption called Nigeria, is occupying our land with the terrorist forces, occupying our land by force. And they are taking our land, taking our life, taking our properties. That is why we have to stand firm and behave like brothers. Stand for each other, watch each other's back. We cannot behave the same way our enemy is behaving. We cannot act the same way the Zoological Republic is acting. You see, in that contraption called the Zoological Republic, when something happens to a certain state, other states will not protest because it doesn't concern them. When something happens to a Biafran, people in Oduduwa land will not protest because it's not in their land. When something happens in Oduduwa land, people in Biafra land will not protest. When something happens in the Middle Belt, the people in the Southwest will not protest. When something happens in the North, people in the Middle Belt will not protest. When something happens in the Middle Belt, people in the South will not protest. When something happens in the North, the South will not protest. When it happens in the South, the North will not protest. That is the kind of system they run in a zoological republic. But in Biafra, we cannot run that system. In our own nation, Biafra, we will not run that system. The system we are going to run in Biafra is a system where human being lives, the way human being behave. When somebody come to your home, invade your home, attack your brother, attack your family, it doesn't matter the differences you have to your brother. If somebody walk into your own family and attack anyone in your family, you will not be silent. You are going to attack the person with that same equal force that he's bringing to take the person down, no matter who the person is. Even if you are not in good terms with your brother, even if you are having disagreements with your brother, and a stranger walk from outside to come and attack your brother, you will join force with your brother and take that stranger down. After you have taken that stranger down, later you can continue your argument with your brother. That is the way it works. That is why every Biafran have to keep their ears and their eyes on the ball. We must not get distracted. An injury to one of us is injury to all of us. Any attack that is brought against any Biafran is attack against all the Biafrans. And that is where we stand. You don't have to forget this. Add it to our memory verse. You remember the memory verse we have on this very platform. The memory verse we have on this very platform is consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. That is our memory verse in this very platform. Add this one to that very memory verse. Injury to one is injury to all. Injustice to one is injustice to all. That is what we have to put in our brain. We have to think it and keep it in our brain. Because the stage we are entering now, it is not a stage that you begin to gossip. It is not a stage where you begin to look to your left and right and begin to fight your brother. It is not a stage where you begin to drag your brother back. It is a stage where you will join your brothers and sisters to fight in the front. That is the stage we are. We have crossed the stage of banter, the stage of argument, the stage of distraction, the stage of blackmail. We have crossed that stage. Today, in the stage that we are now, it is a stage where we have to look forward ever and backward never. No going back. Exactly. No going back. It is either Biafra or death. There's no going back. And any injury to one is injury to all. When you kill one Biafran, you have actually killed all the Biafrans. When you arrest one Biafran, you have arrested all the Biafrans. When you attack one Biafran, you are attacking all the Biafrans. And we will all come against you with every might that we have. Every might we have. Just like as you see them holding our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today in DSS. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS, every single Biafran, we are all in DSS. And when I'm talking about the Biafrans, don't misunderstand me. I mean the old southeastern region. The old southeastern region, the present southeast with the lower Benue. All these areas and territory are Biafra land. And when you touch anybody in this territory, you've actually touched every one of us. When you attack anybody in this territory, you have actually attacked every one of us. That is the mentality we have to keep in our mind. That is the mentality we have to imbibe in ourselves. This is not the time for you to begin to distract each other. It is not the time to begin to look at your shoulder. It is not time for you to begin to talk about your brother, or begin to analyze the video of your brother, or begin to destroy your brother, or begin to talk against your brother. It is not that time. The time that we are in is the time for us to watch each other's back, because we have one single enemy. We have one single target. This is the time for us to focus on our collective interest. Our collective interest in Biafra land is what? Referendum, restoration of Biafra, our freedom. That is our collective interest. It doesn't matter your religion. Either you are a Christian, you are a traditionalist, you are a Muslim, you are whatever you call yourself, any religion you belong into. Our common interest in Biafra land, our common interest is freedom. That's our common interest. And we are all asking and demanding for our freedom. And freedom we must get. The stage we are now, we are marching and moving to restore Biafra in 2023. The restoration has started already. And at this stage, I tell you, my brothers and sisters, anybody that's watching me, share this video in your platform. As you're joining, you share in your platform. Share any place you belong, any group you belong, in your own platform, your Facebook, whatever platform you have, share this video. Let people know that the stage we are now is not the stage to gossip. If you are still one of those who is gossiping, you are still one of those who is blackmailing your brother, you are still one of those who is demoralizing your sister, man, you don't know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. You are worse than the enemy. If you are still today demonizing your own brother, you are worse than the enemy. The state that we are now, you have seen the situation of the contraction called Nigeria, that the terrorists are in charge. And the terrorists want to cement their leadership by all means possible. The terrorists in the Islamic Republic want to cement their leadership by force and take our land. They want to cement that leadership, even using our own people. They want to use our own people to cement that very occupation of our land. They are using our own fellow Biafrans to cement their own evil, their leadership against us. But we will not allow that. That is why we have to watch each other's back. That is why we have to watch each other's back. When you see what is happening in the Zoological Republic, you saw them, this terrorist government, you saw them go to the extent of going to hire Agberu and give them the robe of bishop, give them the robe of pastors to come and force them to come and show to themselves, because not to the world. Because the world doesn't believe them, and neither will the world listen to what they're doing, because the secret have been leaked. Just to prove that they have some Christians supporting them, they came and began to hire. That is to show you how desperate these people are. That is to show you the extent that they can go. They don't care about what you think. They don't care about what you believe. All they want is to take the leadership by fire, by force, and make sure that the Islamization and Fulanization of Nigeria is cemented. The Biafrans have seen it. That is why we are shouting. That is where we are not only shouting, we are fighting to get out of that ship before it collapses. Because the ship will definitely collapse. That ship will definitely collapse and it will be handed over to the terrorists. It is going to happen before you. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. It is going to happen. You saw a governor came to national television to talk about it, and the presenter was trying to shut him down. After the presenter tried to shut him down, what happened? The next following day, terrorists attacked Abuja. They went to the prison, Kuje prison, and released people. And they are still playing it as if nothing happened. As you are watching the video today, as you're watching the video, in the northern part of Nigeria, a leader of the terrorist group, a chief terrorist, has been made an emir in the north. A chief emir, a chief terrorist, somebody who is controlling terrorists, who have killed a lot of people, who is controlling terrorists, who everybody knows. They made him an emir in the northern part of Nigeria. And the day they crowned him as an emir, terrorists were there. They came, they attended the program with their weapons. Terrorists were present. Nobody attacked them. No police attacked them. The governor was aware, approved, the governor was aware, sent delegates. And they installed a terrorist as an emir. What are you still waiting for? The same way you see them in the northern part of Nigeria installing a terrorist in emir, that is how they want to install a terrorist in Asorok. They want a terrorist to be in position in Asorok, and they are fighting tooth and nail to do that. And they don't care what you think. They don't care what you think. As long as you continue to support election, as long as you continue to use your platform to speak about election, as long as you continue to tell people about PVC, you are actually helping them to cement the fulanization of Nigeria. You are actually helping them to hand over the contraction called Nigeria to terrorists. But what you're supposed to do is to join your people and free yourself. Our Oduduwa brothers are already doing things. Our Oduduwa brothers are lucky. We are not lucky like them. Our Oduduwa brothers are much luckier than us. We are not as lucky as they are. Look at their own movement. A professor is leading them. He is there in the Republic with some other of their elders. Some of their elders have joined the professor in the Republic, and they are there making moves, supporting people, supporting Sunday Igboho, supporting Sunday Igboho, and making every arrangement for Oduduwa people to get out of Nigeria. Their elders, they are in the Republic, making arrangement for them to get out. But in our own side, our elders are busy trying to enslave us the more. They are busy trying to collect money and sell our land. They are busy trying to push our head into Islamization by all means. They are trying to push us into Fulanization by all means. That is what our own elders are doing. We are not as lucky as they are. The people in the southwest, the people, they are lucky to an extent. They are lucky to an extent. We have not seen their governor going to invite the military to come and take over their land and invade their land. We have not seen that in the southwest yet. They are lucky, unlike us. We have not seen their governors going to bring terrorist military to come and kill their people. We have not seen their governors going to blackmail their people or going to proscribe their people. But in Biafra land, what do we see? What we see in Biafra land is people who are supposed to protect us, who are supposed to even fight, people who are supposed to fight for us. They are the ones collecting money, selling us. They are the ones making sure that we don't have any defense to defend ourselves. And they are not hiding it. They are not hiding it. You saw what happened. You saw what they happened. You saw what happened. The way a sitting governor went and organized the death of 14 Biafran people. A sitting governor sponsored the death of innocent Biafran, 14 of them. And he was not, he showed any remorse. And he came out openly to begin to blackmail them and brandish them terrorists. This is how unlucky we are in the south, in the Biafra land. Very unlucky, mainly the southeast. Very, very unlucky. Nobody speaks for us. Nobody stands for us. We are on our own. The only person we have is Chukwu Okike Abiama. And Chukwu Okike Abiama gave us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been there standing for us, working for you and I, fighting for us. He was doing everything, and they become scared. It is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that stopped them, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made sure that he did not only wake up the Biafran people, he woke our Oduduwa brothers up. He woke the Middle Belters up. And today, every indigenous tribe in that country called Nigeria, they are all awake. The people that are still sleeping today, the people that are still sleeping are even our elite in Biafra land. They are the people who are still sleeping and snoring. Every indigenous tribe are awake. The only people that are still sleeping and snoring are the elite in Biafra land. The elite in Biafra land, the politicians in Biafra land, they are the ones that are still sleeping and snoring. But every other part, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created that awareness. In the Biafra land, in the southeastern region, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not only create awareness, he established a defense force to protect us, the Eastern Security Network. That is how far he went, because he knew what is going to happen today. He gave us the Eastern Security Network. But these people, instead of them to support that Eastern Security Network, just like as you had Omoteku is fighting for their people, strengthening their area, doing their little best they can. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established ESN instead of them to join the ESN to defend Biafra land. What did they do? They went and formed anti-Biafra. They went and formed Ebubago to fight against the ESN, to fight against Biafra people. Even when they know that the ESN are Biafrans, innocent Biafrans, legitimate Biafrans. Legitimate Biafrans, they went ahead to go and form their own. If you want to join, please make sure you keep your phone this way. And again, make sure that your rotation is on. Make sure that your rotation is on. Keep your phone in this way. That is the only way you can be able to join the platform. Thank you. So, as I was saying, the people we have in Biafra land, they are all bunch of cowards. Every one of them you see in Biafra land, they are all cowards. In fact, they are the original description. If you want to define coward, if you want to define the full meaning of coward, go and give an example with the politicians in Biafra land. And the real example. The politicians in Biafra land are the real example of a coward. If you have not seen one before, go and check any politician you see in Biafra land. The elites, members of Ohaneze Ndigbo, they are the true example of a coward. What are they doing? They are selling us, taking away our rights, taking away everything that belongs to us, making sure that we don't have a voice. Even when we go extra mile to build a defense for ourselves, they said no. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established the Eastern Security Network to secure. It wasn't to fight the police, not to fight the army, not to fight innocent people, not to fight innocent people, regardless your religion, regardless your tribe or education. The duty of the Eastern Security Network was to be in the bushes, protect our forests, make sure that the Fulani terrorists that are coming to invade our land do not penetrate. And they remain there and focus on the assignment. That assignment they have been carrying out for a very long time. They have been carrying out that assignment. But up to this very moment, as I'm telling you, they are carrying out that assignment. But what did they do? They went and formed the politicians, instead of supporting this very initiative, they went and formed their Ebubago. They went and formed their Ebube Pusu. And the duty of the Ebube Pusu is to kill Biafran people, to kill their political opponents, and to destroy Biafran, to make sure we don't have a defense. And while we were saying this and calling the word of attention, people didn't listen. They never listened. Today, you have seen it broad daylight. All along, what they do is they murder people and they bring weapons and put it on their chest. All along, they have been committing all manner of crime. When they commit, they say it is DSS that went and did the operation. Meanwhile, Ebubago has been in the forefront, working for the caliphate. The governors have been using Ebubago to destroy innocent life in Biafra land. The Ebubago that have been used to destroy innocent lives in Biafra land on different occasions. You see them destroying lives in Biafra land. When they catch people, Curtis, they will say it's ESM. They will go to the houses of innocent people. They will take their life. Some people, just because they are owing somebody, they will be reported to Ebubago. Ebubago will go and kill them and brand them terrorists. Ebubago came and began to kill Biafra. They have been doing this again and again, and we have been shouting online, but people don't believe us. People don't believe you because online, because in the contraption called Nigeria, the Zoological Republic have bought over the conventional media. whatever we say, the conventional media will term it a false news. Even when we have video evidence to everything we say, we have video evidence, we play the videos are on social media, verified videos, they are there. But they will always deny it. They will use their conventional media to begin to push propaganda. And the West will be seeing that their information and think they are saying the right thing. Meanwhile, they are lying, covering every evil. Every evil that Hopus of them have been perpetrated, will still have been covered up. Remember when they say they found a camp where human parts were being cooked and eaten, where people are killing people, where they gather. It was very close to Hopus of the house, in his own hometown, where they dug a grave, where Hopus of the and his group were dumping dead people, where they were killing people and throwing in. And later, Hopus of the still use that very place as a blackmail, try to accuse ESN. But today, you have seen every single thing they have been doing in the past has not come to an hope. After they have taken the life of 14 innocent Biafra, they can't hide it anymore. Who opposed to them shamelessly run to the media to go and tell them that it was DSS. Forgetting that there are live witnesses, there are eyewitnesses who were on the ground. There are survivors of that very attack who were there. The places where things happened, there were living human beings who were there. Who opposed to them didn't care. That is how you know that these people are desperate. They don't care about you as a Biafra. They don't care about me. You see why we must not, at any point in time, under any circumstances, we must never support or talk about election. When you see anybody talking about election, promoting election, run for your life. You hear anybody supporting election, run for your life, run for your dear life. Those people are much more dangerous than Viper. You know the snake called Viper? Those people who are preaching election, preaching people, they are much more dangerous than Viper. They are much more dangerous. They are much more dangerous than the Fulanis. Because even the Fulani man, a Fulani caliphate, Fulani angel, Fulani terrorists, they know that Biafra is coming. They know that Biafra is coming and they know that we are going home. They know that 2023, they will not have that chance. They know it. And that is why they are fighting by all means possible, trying to penetrate. But they cannot have that confidence to come in because they know that ESN is alert. All they do is they use their military. They give them uniform. Terrorists are given uniform to come to Biafra and take innocent lives. When they can't be able to penetrate, they will employ people in Biafra land. They will use the governors to buy the soul of some people, even fellow Biafrans. They will buy the soul of fellow Biafrans to begin to kill their own people. And that is where you come to realize why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying in the court that we are to secure Biafra land and not to kill Biafran people. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that statement, some people begin to blow it out of proportion. Some people begin to give it a different kind of meaning and different interpretation. But those of us who are hardcore listeners of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we were able to decode what he was saying. I thank Chukwu Abiyama, who gave us our brother Simon Ekpa. Among every propaganda that you saw that time, Simon Ekpa was able to decode and know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying. That the instruction was that we should defend ourselves. And from that very day, Mazi Simon Ekpa began to make a plan on our marching. And today, we are about to march. The unification started. Unify all arms groups in Biafra land to support and defend Biafra land by all means possible. You see people coming together. While some people who claim to be Biafra agitators, we are busy gossiping. While they are busy gossiping, talking about irrelevant issues, they are busy talking about money, talking who to share, who not to give, talking about posts, exalting themselves, promoting themselves. Mazi Simon Ekpa was busy reconciling the legitimate and genuine fighters of Biafra together to move and restore Biafra in 2023. And while that preparation was making, that word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to life. When you saw Ebu Bango do what they did, these are Biafrans killing their fellow Biafrans, broad daylight, and they deny it, they kill them and spit on their grave. And as you know, anybody that takes the life of a Biafra will never go free.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.